Any tips on getting mechanically better at MOBAs? Well, you could always play StarCraft and learn to appreciate how few buttons you have to hit in Heroes of the Storm. And I'm dead serious there. Like, if you went and just ground out a whole bunch of Lost Vikings games, you might become a better player just through sheer act of will and APM, making sure your fingers are muscle memoried up to be hitting that many buttons that frequently. Beyond that, we don't really have any really good tools to help MOBA players become better at MOBAs outside of informed practice, and make sure you're always calling out yourself. If you don't know why you lost a match, check your replay. Send it over to the replay analysis show, soloqandacast@gmail.com. But we're in. Vala for the first pick. I've been seeing a lot of that recently. We got ourselves a Rhaegar today. I'm second pick. Let's go ahead, and Rhaegar mixes so darn well with Diablo. Diablo, not a very good focus pick for Blackheart's Bay, but Rhaegar, Diablo, a healer based on health pool, will be in a good place. There's our Illidan, interestingly enough. I wonder what they're going to do with him. I feel like with 2 CCs, I'm in a pretty good place to take care of him. I want to keep him off my squishies. But with Rhaegar on my team, I'll have a decent secondary tank no matter what happens. What you guys got is what I'm throwing out into the chat there. Oh, I had a fantastic time on the charity stream. The thing you have to remember about that particular Illidan play was I used the Hunt, and if they had been a more structured team, it would have not worked out that way. I identified key characters that continued to step outside of the bounds of their team, and I isolated them and got some pretty sweet kills as Illidan there, but had they been a tighter team, I wouldn't have been able to dive in there. So maybe in the future. I do own Illidan. I do like him. Li Ming, Zagara. One final pick to round it out. Tyrande, in fact. Or is it Tyrande? I've gone and got myself confused again. Ready for action. I would agree. An Uther would be good for them. But they ended up going with the Tyrande.
From order comes justice.
And a Tassadar. Wow. That's old school. Should we do something like Johanna? I'd like some CC.
My blades are yours.
Alright, I like Sonya. High damage, good zone in front. I'm gonna be working hard to keep that Illidan off my Li Ming. Dirty D says good luck, have fun. Alright. I really like the Sonya pick. With Zagara and Li Ming, I don't think our damage would have been too low with a straight up ETC or something like that, but it's always a concern because of their sustain. And Zagara and Li Ming kind of throw it out and hope. Hydras, that sort of business. So it's nice to have something that's going to keep going in the ways of Sonya. And hey, Blackheart's Bay. Great place for Sonya. I guess so. Yeah, Vala's in placements. But, I mean, in order to have an effective placement, you do need to make sure you challenge them against all the different levels they could face, so I'm not upset about that. And if it was on my team, I would just have to trust that she was good, and she just hasn't touched Heroes League much before. But sadly, looks like Li Ming doesn't want to help. Come on, dudes. Help it out. It's not gonna go. 4 seconds. Ah, Rhaegar's overpowered.
That was wonderful.
I love how excited that monkey is. Alright, let's see. Well, we will have to do with a giant killer in the late game, but we're just gonna get burned through. You know what? Black Soulstone requires fewer souls. has an interesting application here. Mainly because of Giant Killer Illidan in the late game. And Zagara overstepped. They knew where she'd be. So we're actually not going to get that many souls on this map anyway, so let's do Devil's Due. And we've always tried to trade our 60 souled life for someone else's. The Tyrande stun probably coming in. There it is. Alright, we got 12 seconds of goodness we can get done without that biz bothering us. She's got another one just about ready. But lucky for us, it seems that... Nope. Nice, and they all go on the same person. A little bit of tower action for old Illidan. An orb? Oh, if only that landed perfectly. If only everyone played perfectly, we could have won it there. Li Ming, you suck. How could you? What's going on? She wants to turn in? I don't have any on me. That'd be Li Ming's biz. What's going up there with Rhaegar? He needs some assistance, maybe a little bit of clearing for himself. Sadly, my push took her out of range. But that's a nice little XP lead for us. With the sight here, I'll go ahead and get this biz. Alright. I don't think we need to change up anything here particularly. So we'll just do Fire Devil. Be good for opening chests too. Alright, I'm a little low health. Sonya's a bit deep. I'm gonna get this orb and then I'll go join her biz. Li Ming running the top. Seems like Zagara's doing well in the bottom as well. Nice. Oh, that tower damage. It's getting me out of here. Oh, well, there's Rhaegar. 2 level up. So let's get the business done. He's got another heal for me in 2 seconds. If he really wants to. Nice. And that really wants to was for Muradin there.
Like you need a visit to the healing.
I know Rhaegar was on cooldown. Yep, my healing fountain is ready, so let's go ahead and get to that. We'll alert the group. Top's being pushed. Sonya leaving pretty darn deep. Let's do... Yeah, just battle momentum. No need to get fancy. Couple of souls away from a res. Happily trade my life for someone else's. Let's not stand next to Rhaegar in case that stun comes down. It's getting a little low. Vala, Illidan. Okay, so everything I'm concerned about is far, far away. Alright, there's 60 souls. Oh, nope, I got a lightning shield. Rhaegar wants me to stick around. Just keeping Muradin off of the pad there. So we could take it, hang out with Rhaegar a little more, and get all healed up. That biz in the bottom, though, has been going for a long time. So I'm going to head down there. Nah, we'll help. It's a lot of damage. Rhaegar's taking good care of me, though. Alright, I'm at 7 coins, 8 coins. Level lead. Sounds like a good job to turn in. Zagara's down there, Sonya's down there. Oh, great creep too. Excellent. A useless stun. And now we can back out. Nice, I've got a well. I'm gonna go get it. These guys want to stay engaged, though. Yep, let's get out. No need fighting over nothing. Get level 10 and whatnot. And then we can re-engage. And we'll agree with that, Biz. And let's visit the top. With old level down Muradin. Alright, how's the enemy team look? I think we'll have sufficient zone. They'll be a little too squirrely, so we'll go Apocalypse. Despite Illidan able to jump out of things, we can at least break an engage that he's invested in. Sonya wants to go turn in. It's not a bad idea. Well, we have 10. This is a bit deep there, Sonya. Back it on up. I know you want help, dude, but there's other people missing at the moment. There we go. It's not a bad idea. I'll join that in a moment.
This world weakens.
A Sonya that actually waits for me to engage. How thoughtful. They could be. Illidan's down here, but that'd leave Muradin and Vala to take care of that biz, so they could certainly get it done, couldn't they? Calm down, Zagara. Run to your tanks. Sonya's making the call. Looks like she wants to stay invested here. We're 2 levels up. Muradin coming around from the top. We can intercept him. Good. That's all I want. I did not want a Muradin coming in from the side on my back line, and that was perfectly protected. 2 coins on her.
That's enough. We don't be working for free.
And here we're just going to identify Sonya as the playmaker, and we'll kind of follow her around. Don't like that I revealed myself in that site there. Kind of in an odd place here. Yeah. I like that. See that firestorm. Two levels up on these dudes. Alright, it's getting a little hot. But we are going to trade our lives for Sonya's no matter what happens. See if we can't get Muradin. What we got back there? Just a Vala rampaging. A little bit of Sonya here. Still a Tyrande. I'm on cooldown. Didn't accomplish much, but, you know, stop them from doing anything, too. Rhaegar's got the top there, so we'll stay with the team. Yep, get yourselves on out of there. Odd stun.
Let's see how you handle
All right.
2 chests at once.
Get out of there, Sonya, if you can. Oh, I think she might be in trouble. Oh, no, she's going to wiggle her way on out of there. Yep, we're on our way. Missing Rhaegar at the moment. Hey, I got 8 coins, so I don't want to really engage as the tank. But Sonya's making the call. Alright, there's Rhaegar. There's a wall. We can assume they're going to uninvest off the back of that. Watch yourself down there. Nice.
A worthy sacrifice.
We got 5, 1, so that'd be the exact turn in, so we'll stand here. And zone. There's a Tassadar. So 1, 2, 3, Muradin and Illidan are missing. And Sonya wants to push the mid. It's an odd choice, but that's what Sonya wants. Sonya's gonna get what she wants today. Because she's doing great. Let's move sideways. There we go. Dodging that stun. Let's wait for the engage. It's not going to happen, so let's get back. All right. We got lots and lots of choices. I don't feel like I'm really leading this team at all right now, just protecting them, so we'll follow them. I could ping bottom. I think that's a good idea. Lots of coins to get all across this map. But let's just be a servant. Rampage, overpowered, domination, imposing presence. Well, we're just going to rampage. We have a nice aggressive lead. Okay, they're going to bait out the top, aren't they? And they're bossing. So I'll create a nice zone here while they go through that. Yeah, they're burning that just fine. 3 levels up at the moment. Nice.
I'm not such a bad guy, really. I'm just misunderstood.
There's a Vol out of position. There's the 1 vault she had. Oh well, I think she's going down. Oh, didn't even need me. There I was, all angled and stuff. Yeah, well, let's take their camp too. But we can do that on our escape as well. Sonya's pretty deep. Muradin's leap is down. I'm tiny. I'm tiny dibbles. Ooh. Nice stun. Wow. Whew. GG, a swift victory. It was, though. It was. I mean, XX Joker XX sounds like one of the more prone to trolley names we can come across in this game. But she did great. That was a good Sonya. Yeah, Devil Dew was a wasted pick, wasn't it? Darn it. We never died. Did anyone on my team die? That one Zagara in the first minute was the only thing that happened. That's sweet value. Yeah, it did go wasted. No way for us to know that. I thought perhaps that Vala and Illidan would be able to target down one of my guys, and maybe I'd stick around long enough. But you know what? Maybe with the second tank, it just wasn't likely to happen. Sonya was always going to be targeted more than me. So didn't perform at all. So can't say it really performed poorly or anything else. I would have had extra health, but I didn't need it. What are some of our other level 1 picks if we're in a situation like that again? Because if I can't get souls, like on Blackheart's Bay, seems like it's a good pick for Blackheart's Bay specifically, but what else do we have? A block? And I poo-poo block because it's the job of the enemy supports to get an auto attack off on me, so that when the assassins roll in, they do full damage. Block is negated by good play by the supports or the tank. Really, anyone who's not the assassin, it's their job to negate block and then move on to their characters. And then the sustains come through and clean up, and sustains are the ones that kill tanks in the first place. So really, I'm not that big on block right now. It used to be kind of a big go-to. Yeah, the soul feeds and overwhelming force. Increase the range and knockback. Okay. Actually, I guess that was our pick. We should have gone overwhelming force. Tom, that's a cool question. When I was growing up, pro player was not a thing. There was no such thing as professional video game players. And I was well out of college when StarCraft really started up, and that was the first esport I ever truly followed religiously. And I wasn't very good at that game, but I had a lot of fun watching it. So esports kind of passed me by, but I do lessons. I do coaching for chair league teams. I really enjoy getting to do that sort of thing. That's an interesting idea, Karsus. Yeah, that the overwhelming force with a 25% increased push would cause the knockback to be outside the range of my overpower and would most likely screw me up as a surprise pick for myself in Diablo and mess up what I'm used to grabbing out of it. So yeah, I could have ruined myself a little bit on the back of overwhelming force. Oh, good to see you in the chat, Fleur. Thank you for sending over that Sylvanas replay yesterday. That was primo. I really enjoyed getting to watch a game like that. If you see something like that in the future, feel free to send me that over to me. I loved getting to watch Crosby's Sylvanas yesterday. That was eye-opening for me. And I learned things like Withering Fire doesn't cost mana that I never even knew. Well, let's look at the stats for that game. Not like there's too much to read into. Vala actually with top siege damage, top hero damage. Sonya, yep, so our investment was well-founded, and Li Ming never really got into team fights, nor did she hit level 20 to get all those sweet talents stacked up. What did she go? Power hungry. Triumphant, she went with the Triumphant, yeah. Interesting choice. Autocar says, I find it difficult to watch enemies, me, and my allies. How can I be better at watching who of my allies to follow? Right, so that it comes down to what you can learn about your allies in game. I can assume as Uther that I'll be taking care of Butcher most of the game. I roll in with that assumption. If Butcher proves to be a poor player, gone. My attention goes on to the next guy. Maybe the main tank, maybe Raynor even. Like, if those are my options, I just gotta roll with what's given to me. Same with, like, if, what's a complete counter in the game right now? I'm honestly drawing a blank. It seems like there aren't too many straight counters in the world. But Li Ming versus Lost Vikings. If I'm Lost Vikings, I'm very scared of Li Ming because I'm going to activate her trait. If I roll out and Li Ming stinks and is a bad player, I get to go, oh, well, unfounded, and I move on to whatever the next important part of my attention should be. Let's get out that howdy team. We are going to Battlefield of Eternity here. Yeah, there was so much. I even watched the replay myself of the replay we watched last night, just because there's so many things I missed. The way Crosby used that movement speed ability on Savant, just booking it, and always one or two misclicks throughout, but always amazing target priority. So let's see. Battlefield of Eternity, Li Ming on the enemy side. You know, well, they got the Li Ming, so let's go with the Nazebo for me. I think that sounds like a good pick. Nazebo doubling up with Zagara isn't exactly the best. Yeah, isn't the best strategy. And a Zeratul picked aggressively. Seems like it would be a good counter Li Ming if that's what he's got. All right. That's a little squishy. So let's... Oh, with a Jane on top of it. Okay, so what are we going to do for our team? We do need a little bit of support, don't we? I mean, I can go Diablo again. I like Artanis, though.
Glory to the Horde. I will fight to my last breath.
Just saying howdy ho to Joker there. Who did a good job last game for us. Alright, we need a healer, it looks like. For these cats...
Yita, guide my path.
What's going on? Oh, dear. Okay. Jeez. All right, quick. All right, we did it. We almost had Morales Monk on the same team. Would have made for one heck of a Zeratul, I guess. All right. Teamwork on the other side. I think I would have preferred Morales. But I didn't want a solo Artanis tank at all against that much burst. All right. Another Diablo. Yep, it's Dibbles o'clock yet again. Probably Thrall is going to take the majority of my attention outside of dodging whatever Li Ming's brings. $5 on Li Ming. Ugh, Leoric Raynor, that's a pretty good combo.
I'm here to help.
Ooh. Always VP mate. Okay, cool. I think we can trust DeHands to bring the Zeratul. Hopefully that means we don't need to worry about Li Ming at all. A little concerned about the Thrall Rhaegar combo. And where should my attention lie? Well, we're mostly ranged, and Zeratul will be able to close the distance invisibly. So we don't need to worry about Leoric CC for my team. Raynor, like a god. Raynor's probably going to outrange. Yeah, I think all of our attention will really fall on Thrall because he'll be what's in range. Scary little team there. Is it Prism or Prison? That's a good call. We should probably learn to say things correctly around these parts. Let's take a look-see. Nope. Nope. There we go. Void Prison, yes. And it's a Prism for Artanis. What's his called? Swap Prism or something? Just Prism? It's got a name to it. Something Phase Prism. Oh, good. Excellent. We'll never confuse our Protoss Brethren. Alright, alright. So with that much burst, I want to roll with Monk wherever he ends up. I'll go down the middle with him. Against these cats, I think I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna die a lot. Let's win, guys, or we lose. I like that. Alright, we're going down the middle. You know, let's do Devil's Due again. I think it'll actually come and play this time. Monk is a little overexposed. Get yourself out. Teleport to me, Monk. There you go, man. And a bite from Rhaegar, but I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh, jeez, I'm okay. Oh, wow, oh, okay. Whew. Close one. Their Skeleton King looks pretty darn good. But hey, Zeratul. Nice. Nice job. We'll give a nice job. And then he wiggles into oblivion. And Zagara's been soaking for us. Oh, but he's still going. Oh, you cats are crazy. Nice, another kill. Get you out of you there. Yep, yep, yep. Alright. There we go. I haven't said it, but on my team here, the majority of my attention is falling to making sure I'm giving Monk good opportunities to actually escape from the engages that he's joining in. He has to punch in order to heal, so he's got to get in deep. And someone needs to be available at range for him to actually teleport out on. There's a Li Ming, so let's keep creeps in between her and me. Ooh. Pretty decent damage to Skeleton King there. Should have to hearth back, but we're gonna have to use our well as well. All right, what's going down? We got Zeratul pursuing his targets. We got to go through his zone here. There it is. There it is. There's the connection. And a little bit of Rainer would be nice. Nice job. Excellent. All right, let's get on the attack. And if Jane and I can switch sides, that would be fantastic. I don't think she's going to recognize it in herself, but she's set to intercept the first thing incoming. All right, let's get ourselves... And we'll just keep on fire deviling. Kharazim has not read the current strategy. And he's putting himself a little bit deep up there, so let's get him a teleport out point. And Zagara should be working on ours if we're stuck on defense here, but... Problem is, Li Ming can just continue to squeeze by a couple shots here and there. That'll eventually equal them out to a win in here. So I'm going to keep on zoning here. Oh, there's a Rainer. There's a Rainer. And I did not care about the body block there. I just wanted him to stay outside of immortal range. And there it is. And, oh, they got it. And I'm going down. Good body block by Rhaegar there, but I was dead anyway.
Fear not mortal.
They got Skeleton King, though. A tank for a tank. And that's right. Like, this is going to be tough for us. And it's expected after you put a bunch of new strategy in your head that you're going to lose some games. So Dreadnought did a lot to inform us of how pro players are going to play. But still, in a solo queue environment, we're going to find that for the most part, people will always have an easier time playing on the defense first. And then moving out across the map when they're confident with whatever just happened. Oh, if only someone could touch him. Oh. That's an orb. They're still continuing their assault here. Ooh. I just want to farm the lane. Alright, incoming, peoples. There's a Rainer. I like that. It's a bit hot for me. Monk has teleport target, so I can go around the back. Alright, let's get healed up. Let's get our... Still not at 60 souls, or I would have thrown myself in the way of that bolt for Monk. So let's get our last 3 souls, and let's do battle momentum. Zagara looks like she is getting a little zoned out by old Thrally Pants down here. Good creep, though. I'd like to see it a little more in the middle, but still good. Come on, tower damage, do your thing. There we go, and we got another one in tower range. Nice. Oh, what a perfect time for this sort of biz to go down. And let's get one more, dude. Come on, one more. Nice, nice, nice. All right, I've got a well I would like to get, but not essential. Let's use our time a little more valuably. Ooh, is she gonna get out? Oh my goodness. Alright, I am Zeratul back as well. Hydralisk on Thrall, but I'm not going to close that distance. Alright. And against these cats, What do I want? I don't think I'll be able to stand still against a Li Ming, so let's keep on apocalypsing. And Skeleton King, is he throwing it away? That was a good ghost. There's a Li Ming in the back. Alright. There they all are. Zeratul closing in. Who do we wait to get invested? That's good enough for me. Too bad I am out of mana. Let's be brave. I don't want to be brave, but let's be brave. Oh, Zagara. That's fine. That's a shame, but that's fine. We need... Okay, with Jaina and me, we should be able to mount a decent defense. That's pretty good. We got a Li Ming. That was enough. I want to get these banshees off me. And my cats. Oh dear. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Alright, someone finish out theirs. Nicely done. Well, Leoric is succumbing to our burst often, which I like. I'm not really that important in the top here, but I'd like to see Zagara push the bottom. She's not, so we'll all push together. We've got a Zagara around here, so I'm kind of nervous to use Apocalypse before she puts out her Maw. If nothing else, we just want some heavily invested characters, like Li Ming using her laser or something to take advantage of. Let's see, top damage. Li Ming, Raynor. I don't feel like I'm really, well, you know, let's just do Firestorm. There it is. There's that. Got a bit of damage, but decent on disengage. Let's get out. And Zagara's got a Maw, so we're not in a bad pickle here. Alright, let's get some camps and stuff. Let's go get that guy.
Let us capture this mercenary camp.
Looks like Zagara's gonna go solo that camp. Not a bad idea, but she is being a little special snowflakey for my tastes. Well, she's a specialist, so maybe that's fair. She has every right to believe so. Alright, yep, they're probably there, but these guys want to fight. I want to auto-attack things to decrease my cooldowns. And nobody got caught. Nice. Li Ming down. I've got more than enough souls to eat it here, but I'd love a Divine Palm, perhaps. Zagara's blocking my other avenue of escape right now. Where's that Divine Palm? Oh, he took, right, he took the other ability. That's a shame.
This world will burn.
That's a real shame. But bad ults happen. You know what? I'm actually going to clean this up before the fort goes, so no harm done. Whatevs. Don't fight. It's cool. I think we do need to get offensive here, though. Good heal, but, you know, I think we can keep it going. Jaina down. Kill him. There we go, and I'm coming back. Makes for a good trade. All right. Woo, okay. That's what we need out of you, Zag. We need... they're coming around the top. This is a little bit too dangerous for me. Yeah, sadly we need to let it go. Let's go ahead and take Imposing Presence. We're taking a lot of Thrall shots and Rainer shots and, in general, quite a few auto attacks from the enemy team.
I am fear manifest.
Alright. I would like Monk to there he goes. Dismount. And get a little bit of healing in. Alright, let's wait for the invest. There it is. My first death without enough souls.
Someone's been practicing.
But we got Jaina out. Yeah, shame that Monk went the ult he did. A very odd choice. I mean, it's a choice made based on your skill level, too. If you go really, really deep, and then you want to recover out of it because you made a poor dive, you can use the 7-sided strike to dive back out of that and re-engage. So, a bit of a shame for sure. That's a Skeleton King kill, at least.
The enemy is attacking. This world will
Alright, alright. Hang out with my Monk for a bit and get topped off. Looks like Zeratul moving his way to the top. Zagara's doing a camp. I like this.
I'm going to pull back for now.
All right. Where's Zeri? Okay, he's right behind me. There's Monk. I'm at top health, so Zagara leading the way in front of me. Take a step on back, kids. Oh, we might have a decent angle, but it's only Zeratul and Zagara going that deep. Okay, okay, there it is. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it. Wombo! Woo! And we got him. 17 minutes, 40 seconds. Yeah, let's end. Where is my Monk? There he is. Let's not die to burst. Skeleton King is coming back up. And do I need to get anybody out? No, they staggered themselves, actually. So we end, if possible. I'm kind of low, but I got my souls. I got my souls here. Let's save it for the Drain Hope. And, ooh. That actually managed to hold on to me. Just a little more, cats, you can do it. Just punch it. There you go. There's it, and I'm not even looking. Oh my god. All right, just teleport it, and she does it. What a wacky little game. Well, damn. That was a solid combo. Nothing but net there. I'm really worried. I was so nervous I was going to mess that up, but 1, 2, 3, and you apply the stun. And give it a little bit. Give it a little bit of leeway. Oh, you know what? I just realized I've been streaming at 1080p this whole broadcast. And you guys haven't experienced any lag. At least not that I've heard, so... Hey. Upgraded quality, I guess. Accidentally, today. Let's take a look at them stats. Zagara eking out the most hero damage. Nice. Devil's Due did do well that game. It did. I died 6 times, and only one of those did I have to wait the entire duration of the death. I think there was maybe one early, too, where I didn't have enough souls together. Yeah. 7-side strike real weird. What? 4 additional times. Because of... like... Leoric doesn't have that big of a health pool. What a strange pick. What a strange, very nervous little pick for me. But hey, we ended up winning off of the back of a wombo combo there. Great teleport by Joker. And actually, Joker was never a troll, despite the trolling name. So, hey, well done to Joker for joining me today. Thank you, Joker. And he went Circle of Life, sure, but didn't go Echoes. A wave 100 fists. It is good for damage. Let's see how much damage the monk actually had. And he beat Zeratul and myself. And that could have eked out. Wow, yeah, Jaina was having a little bit of difficulty. 5 deaths. And doesn't get to bounce back from them anyway. Raynor did a good job, though. Despite being a little lower in the damage. I thought he was pretty on top of it. Cool game, though. What did Li Ming end up going? Astral Presence, Dominance, yep. And then favoring the Tal Rasha's elements. Only a 10% bonus damage, though. I still think Temporal Flux is just... way too good. Oh, but she selected as the game ended, so... maybe not too much to read into there. No point farting around. Let us continue. Excuse me. Digging the Devil's Due. In those particular, more bursty comps. Which makes me feel like we don't really need to discover another tank for Li Ming when we can just die as Diablo and tank all that damage and come right back. Oh, thank you, Repip. I enjoy it. We moved out of the 1940s that were a lot of fun, but very low energy for the sake of the show. Howdy, howdy, Rylarian. Good to see you, man. And you howdied earlier there as Archimedes. Welcome, welcome. All right, Dragon. Ooh, I feel like I haven't been to Dragonshire in a long time. Howdy, team. Dragonshire. We like Rexar here. But we'll see what kind of... we're a very early pick, aren't we? So, we'll see. I doubt it'll happen. Oh, I guess Mario is saying that the enemy team was his team? With Harry Blob and whatnot? Well, we're gonna have to pick something to start us off. An Abathur. Interesting. Maybe we go Nazebo. What you guys want? Show them pics. Oh, wait, he really wants to. Oh, okay, cool.
I will fight
Cool.
my last breath.
That's good. I think Nazebo is going to be a great dueler for Dragonshire here. And we'll have a little bit of anti-push power to deal with the Abathur. Not a ton, by any means. Oh, aren't these a couple of characters? We got Tychus and an Arthas and all sorts of things going down. Oh, that name looks mad familiar.
Justice.
What is going on in my Heroes League today? This is fantastic. You got Tassadars and Abathurs and Zeratools and maybe Arthuses and Tychuses and the world's gone wild. They're gonna Illidan Abbey. That would have been nice information to have. I have to go Gazlord. Why is that? Not that I don't dislike Gazlo on this team, but we could use a little bit of something to deal with in Illidan if it does come down the pipeline. I think Gazlo also falls to Zeratul here. They already got Tassadar. And we have the Rhaegar. Yeah, Falstat's great. He has an escape from Illidan if they go Illidan. Has a great... The Lightning Rod, so great on Illidan, who's going to keep on you. Put it on him. Deal damage if he wants to stay in your area. I'm not opposed to the Gazlo, now that we have a sustain. I'm going to fill a burst roll, though, in that case. Sohal does have a little bit of a right to be upset about Gazlo, as he gave up his Zagara for my Nazebo. So he might feel a little bit betrayed getting pushed off of his guy by me, and now we get a secondary. I mean, I don't know, whatever you're best at. That's usually the give-up statement of a person reserving their emotions. What a weird comp, though. I guess the Abathur's going to take care of Zeratul and double Li Ming. He's good for this map, I agree. But we are real squishy. You better be good at Zagaz. Well, we've all heard that 100 times. All right. Well, here we go. That'd be interesting. He said he has to go Gaz because he was being paid by the streamers. Sure. Could be happening. All the same, it's not like the enemy team is some meta pile either, so this is anyone's game.
Heroes, prepare for combat. Choose a talent.
These guys don't even know what's about to happen.
I mean, I'll let Gazlo choose his lane. I think he's probably the biggest wild card here. Okay, specialists, spread them out. I'll take the top. And here, there's no sort of objectives to kill enemies with, so we're going to do Death Ritual. Love Blood Ritual on Infernal Shrines, but Death Ritual is the biz here. I should go Gust.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fight well.
Just let him know I think we might need damage, but we'll see. Gust gets a lot of stuff done. And I'm just a squishy little Nazebo, so I'm going to chill back here. But we have... How many is that? That's 4 in the middle. Yep, there's 4. I mean, the most we could do is blow a little bit of our mana to waste some tower shots. And since we didn't go regen talents, we're instead building up health pools. We'll just be careful. There's a Tassadar around me. There he is. And I found the Zeratul.
The ancient shrines awaken.
If they're gonna push that hard, I need to put out my zombie wall early to make sure it intercepts Biz coming down so that I don't blow all my tower ammo. And it's good for spreading around my poisons as well. Not the best sign. And no whoops or anything out of him too, which is always a bit of a bummer. We all saw the Zeratul. We all knew it was going to happen. Falstad seems to be rather active, though. Alright, I might be attracting a Zeratul. I have no idea where that cat is, so let's get out of here. And let's save our tower ammo for what we can. I have a hard time maintaining the top. I think I would win just a long drawn-out battle there, since Tassadar's nerf where his shield no longer gives him a full version of it. And where did he go to? Okay, just back. Let's get ourselves... So we are definitely damaged to make up for Gazlowe. Controlled damage. Alright, it's good. Let's do a spider cluster. We'll do a spider build. My team needs damage. Looks like Tassadar is going to stay and farm. Abathur is looking up this way now. Alright, there's Zeratul down in the bottom. Here's a Tassadar. It's a pretty deep little Dragon Knight. A little bit of zone to stop Li Ming from chasing. Alright, Gazlowe's in the top now. Cool, he's leaving. But we'll worry about what kind of... I don't want to take this just for mana, but we do need to keep the farm going. Alright, what do we want? What do we want? I guess just Gibbon. I don't think there's any sort of special situations going down here, so we'll just Gibbon. Might go Toad of Hugeness. Since we are looking for damage from the Nazebo today. Zeratul's down. Not really too much we can make happen on the map in his absence. So we'll just get more stacks. We're already up to 32. Alright, Zeratul's back on the map.
The shrines awaken once more.
Alright, oops, something there. Got a Li Ming. Ooh, it's getting a little hot. Don't touch me, don't touch me. Alright, got me out.
I must pull back. The way is clear.
Dragon shall
I missed the body block he's so excited about, but I do thank him for his fine help. Gazlowe's got a good zone in the bottom. The push is all in the top here. Arthas is coming up too. Get some more poison damage, apply it to everything so we get maximum stacks. Nice. Alright, we can assume they'll dog the middle. LOL Rhaegar pun. And I will hang out up here, just to make sure we can actually snag it when the time comes. There's Zeratul in the middle, too. Let's get me... I guess let's see what the rest of my team is up to. Hinterland Blast. Nothing really... Johanna to interrupt me, but let's do Ravenous Spirit today. He's having a tough day. But we can assume that Zeratul's probably on his way up to me. I don't have any towers at the moment. Oh, Zeratul's dead. Okay, cool. Still might be attracting attention here, but they do have an Abathur, so maybe I'm being a little overcautious. I'm gonna burn some mana too, or tower ammo. Alright, looks like that's really where it's all going down. I'd like to show up when I actually have cooldowns to contribute. There we go. Great, we got the dragon on the back of it. Oh, it's just an Abby clone. No, it's real, it's real. Seems a little overwhelmed, perhaps, by his newfound tower. There, yeah, he's gonna get himself burned down. And that kick accomplished nothing. Which direction is he gonna run? Through the middle? Yeah. Well, looks like we've all gathered up for a fight here. But where is Zeratul? So we're disengaging. There he is. Oh, wow. That's going to be a bit dangerous. Alright, double kill. Wanted to get off the spirit there, but ended up not being too good of a situation for it. Toad of Hugeness.
Now I see.
Let's me and you go get this.
Who wants to capture this mercenary camp?
And I need to back up those toads a bit. Maximize the range. Alright, just getting stacks. 87 at the moment, not too bad. Looks like they're getting in a pretty big fight down there. That's a shame. Oof. Oh dear. And there's an Abathur back there too, but I'm not reaching him today.
Activate the shrines. Take the Dragon Knight's power.
I got the top shrine for my team.
Of course.
Odd bit of aggression. Nah. Gonna have to watch the mid there. Alright. Let's join these kids.
Without hesitation.
It's like Abathur's taking the top one. I'm not face checking that bush. Yep. She's just a clone though, but I'm gonna go watch that mid. Rhaegar's moving too. Ah, there it is. Definitely being a little overcautious with my ravaging spirit. Probably just need to let it fly.
Killing spree.
Alright, that didn't get much done. Let's go ahead and get ourselves leaping spiders. Oh dear. Oh my goodness, he got out. Johanna has no timer. 20 seconds. Alright. Go ahead and get yourself B. I'm going to take this.
Who wants to capture this mercenary camp?
And then I am Oom. Alright, alright. Not bad. Oh, you crazy kids. It's gonna be pretty wombo-tastic for him. What a delayed zone. Ah. Alright, we're coming in, we're coming in. We're coming as fast as we can anyway.
The Dragon Knight comes like a lightning.
Abathur in the top. Let's go visit him. Let's not walk through the middle of them. Let's take a guess and we'll say he doesn't favor the top. And he probably put one there.
Heroes.
Maybe even one right there. Yep.
Destroy your enemy.
Oh, come on. That's a good mine. Ah, it delayed me a lot. That was a good mine. Alright, clock's ticking. Shrines are shrining. Another mine. Alright. Everybody's up. They got a level lead on us too. So let's play carefully, shall we? There's Li Ming.
Spirits guide us.
And she walks into it. Can do that to maybe piss off Li Ming a little bit. We'll send some toads her way too. And we'll put a zombie wall between... well, she teleported over the wall. That went well. Abathur down in the bottom. He can dig away from anything I do, which is a real pain.
Now I see.
Liking toads of hugeness, though. Yep, 43 seconds.
Lord, spirits.
And that can finish up that biz. Let's get ourselves back mid. Arthas goes down. We got an ult, though. Oh, that was a good stun. Good pick by Abathur, too, to clone Johanna in that situation. That's what they needed to continue the engage for sure. I think I almost got her. Falstad, what you got, what you got, what you got? There you go. Alright. Ravaging Spirit range. Yeah, that's really the only thing holding us back right now. That sounds good to me. And then we'll make our long walk down to the bottom. We ain't crossing the bridge of death today. Not with these clowns. And let's kind of hug the odd corners. Not walk through the grass. There's a mine all the same. Alright, I've got 25 seconds left on this. Zeratul in the middle. What have I got? 11 seconds left? And can we kill everybody, I wonder? Alright, we need to... Oh, dear. Okay, we got a double kill.
Mayhem.
I could use a little bit of health, but Zeratul's down. I just don't want to walk through a pile of mines, so I'm going to grab this. And then that. Top's a little stacked, but it doesn't look like it's coming in on our fort. Missed in my eagerness there.
These mercenaries will fight for us or die.
Yep. Cool. Falstad took care of that. Oh, and we're up to 159 at the moment. Bonus 795 health. Nice to see. Getting decently tanky. I agree, it's a bit of a dead end, so it's a little scary, but 2 dead. We'll need reinforcement. If nothing else, someone to complete a zone for us to actually accomplish. Alright, this is pretty obvious. But we have Spirit. I just set up a mine. Definitely showing us to the enemy team. I ain't afraid of you. I ain't afraid of nobody. Ravaging Spirit. You cats are real deep, you know that? Nope, 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 nope. A little bit of zoning. A little bit of zombie walling. Okay. We'll see if we can't finish this off. Oh, he wants to finish that. Cool. Fine by me. Fine by me. It's still going. Okay, spiders. No, a shield. Rhaegar's almost done. There we go. It went down. I'll stick around for a hot second, just in case something's coming in. There's Zeratul right behind me. Oh dear, I'd love to run, but sadly I go down. Darn. That Li Ming blast. And I'm so much of my team's damage right now. At least I'm just making the assumption. Actually, no. No, I'm all our siege damage, actually. But I think my death did cause this biz to go horribly wrong. I thought, oh, wow. I'm not doing much team damage at all. I like that idea. The Ghostbusters theme plays whenever I Ravaging Spirit.
I got friends on the other side. Of course.
Also, the disruption I brought to this game has been pretty good, I think. God, they're so tanky.
Remove this hero from the dark.
I'm gonna need some help, dudes. Oh. Well, you know. Nope, it's over. I don't even know what that means.
Shall rise again.
Well, so apparently Rhaegar was one of those dudes that plays meta picks. He wanted to take Zagara. I took Nazebo. Sadly, it didn't seem like his Rhaegar was particularly good, but he was suffering from lag the entire time. Which was, you don't admit that, right? No, don't, no, it's good. It's good that we had a loss, right? I mean, if we had gone this many games, all wins, I would have started to get a little nervous. I would have started questioning. Yeah, I mean, I died. I died at a very, very crucial moment there, and everybody died without me. One Ravaging Spirit, though, took me back above Gazlo and Rhaegar. But, you know, the Gazlo was an overinvestment after the Nazebo. So maybe we should have done something else there. There's a lot we could have done differently. Oh, thank you. I've been brought a coffee. Yeah, right. Well, and why even make that excuse? Because it's just going to bring down your whole team. That's why, I mean, if I'm playing badly for the night, if I'm lagging and I'm on voice with like actual friends and stuff, you don't say it. You don't say, I misclicked, or like one of the ones that drives me nuts is, I pressed the button, and you hear it all the time from me. I pressed the button. Hey, I should have shifted or turned invisible or gone invincible or something. Like they say they clearly you didn't. The game is not rigged against you. You did not press the button, but you never say those things because it's just going to drag down the team. So odd choice. Cool to have like really, really wacky comps in Heroes League. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun game. And it was a cool application of Nazebo into a situation I don't normally get to pick him in. So, a good game nonetheless. Oh, she made me a mocha. Oh, she surprised me. She put chocolate in it. Cheesy Bob says, one thing that might be considered there is there were a lot of team fights where you were not there while XP is important. If I were there, yeah, absolutely. I absolutely agree. I did miss a ton of team fights To be honest, I was kind of confused by my role there because of Gazlowe. So I did get caught up, and we should have focused on a single shrine. Instead, I kept doing the specialist business, which wouldn't have been bad if I was the only specialist. But I should have been there for the team fights, particularly with the spec I did for damage. You're absolutely right. Yep, over-invested in stacks for sure. When I was planning to be the damage, yeah. No, I agree. There's a lot we could have done better there. But definitely felt pulled in different directions. And Shire, because you spend so much time laning, it can be hard to get your mind out of that. And that's something we all have to stay on top of. Double 10 or 13-minute mark. Just everyone one shrine, and we all move out together. Exactly, Rain. Exactly. We just need to... Yeah. Right, well, and that was my fault. I was getting so proud of my stacks. I had huge health pool. Wasn't enough to save me from that Zeratul gank. He did a great job on the body blocks there. So... was good. Larb says he needs a... Oh, thank you. Thank you for the follow, Rain. Larb was whispering me in game saying that he needs a stream about positivity while grinding out. Okay, we're back in game. Pick number 2 again. Howdy, team. Looks like a Murky. That's an interesting idea. Alright, it's Garden Terror. There goes the Li Ming. We got the Rhaegar. There's the Leoric. I mean, do we just Diablo all day long? It looks like it.
The hunt is on.
Oh, we already got a healer. And a Lunara. And me on Diablo again, I guess. And Nurgle on whatever he chooses to go. I like the Murky pick, though. It's a great pick on Garden of Terror. Lots of good comments in the chat here. Diablo's the only hero? Well, I'd like to have a little more variety, but he took my Leoric. Oh no, YouTube's on Zeratul.
Ready for action.
And Toothless. Vanilla Titan. Nurgle. Going with a Sonya. I like that. I like the Sonya given the Lunara. Our front line will be a little clogged in the tight hallways of Garden Terror here, but I think it should go pretty well.
My blade.
Yeah, no, that's an excellent point, Kilk. I did take Diablo into a pre-picked Leoric. That is true. But then they went on to pick a Muradin, so... And we have a Sonya, so the Leoric did end up being a decent pick. And we're seeing a lot of Leorics today. I know he's been getting a lot of pro play. I myself have really rediscovered him as a solo tank. I still think he has a little bit of trouble as a bruiser. But with me, with Sonya, he's got good drain hopes. And with Li Ming and Zeratul to back him up, their burst damage will be pretty darn good. So this is not an auto win by any means. We'll see what Kharazim decides to do. We'll have a Murky, though, to sort of disrupt the whole business, but we won't ever sort of rely on him. We'll try to keep Lunara safe and back up Sonya with whatever she chooses to do. I'd be happy to play Abathur sometime. In fact, you can see him here on Infernal Shrines in Cursed Hollow. I do consider it, but I need to make sure my whole team has a team together, and then I can Abathur, so it happens so very rarely. Right, and that's not to say that Abathur doesn't work on any other map. Those are just the ones I've chosen for the most success with Abathur as someone who contributes XP. That is always my primary concern on Abathur. Later in the game, I can switch over to, you know, siege damage, hero damage even based on the map. But always focused on XP first and foremost. Guess we're having a little spin party in the middle. I'll join this.
10 seconds.
Actually, to be perfectly honest, I don't even know what Diablo's dance is.
5,
He just does a little stompy thing.
2, 1.
All right, so are these cats gonna kill me? Well, we have a Murky.
Spread my spores.
I guess. Do we Devil's Due again just because of the Leoric? It seems like a decent anti-Leoric pick. Let's just make a decision. Let's do it. All right, this isn't turning into a crazy engage. Nope, there's Lunara taking a bit of damage. Cool, everybody got out. And who should head top? I will then. These guys seem rather invested down here. Oh, Sonya's making some biz happen down there. Oh, and she's still going. There's Murden.
Night will fall in just a
Those minions are dying.
I hope you're ready.
Yeah, alright. So in this map, we are going to blitz the tiny camps, and then we'll see if we can win a team fight and we can take the big ones. But we can already get in position a little bit here. Plus some biz might go down in the middle. There's a Lunara. It's a little far out, and she can teleport. Alright.
Slay them. Claim their seeds.
Even these little bit of damage could make a mark on Lunara. Back on up, girl. I got this. Very happy to have those unique sound effects in the game for people like Murky. Alright, there's the burst. There's the jump we expected. Stealthy in the area. Oh, Lunara, you crazy cat. Get yourself out. No, not right there. Okay, sure. I'll guard you. Wow. Ballsy little move. Alright, we're doing this top one. Looks like we got a gentleman's agreement other than Zeratul in our top. Body block YouTube. Alright, let's get ourselves Fire Devil. Oh, we dodged both. We're a poop box hero. Alright, there's Zeratul right there. And I'm out of mana. So let's alert the troops. Go get some mana. Ride a Terror. Okay, Lunara's got it.
Well done, hero.
I think in this double tank situation, I should get it. But
Harvest the result of your efforts.
But
heroes.
Lunara's already on the
Bring
warpath.
Terror to life.
alright. Yeah. Murky is the best pick. Oh, I'm not closing that distance.
Your terror is starting to wilt. I'd hurry if I were you. There. Your terror has come to life.
Odd choice. Are they in a party together or something?
Corpse.
Seems weird that we wouldn't embrace the Murky. Or that Murky wouldn't want to ride the Terror, but I know some people get nervous about it. It is a rather important role. It's A-okay. And not be down. Odd placement. Saving our push for, yep, that's it. Nope, wrong person. Ooh, XP lead going though. Nice. Alright. Three in the bottom, one in the top. We're good to do this. Ooh, good call by Skeleton King to try to zone me out like this. But I'm gonna get out, and I'm Hearthen. Let's see. Genesis says, what would you say if Li Ming He's not even worse than Tychus because they nerfed
Your
most of the
terror
wrong things.
has wilted.
Oh. Worse than Tychus. What would I say to that? I'd say excellent. Let's get some supports that are cool supporting Tychus. People like to... they like to leave him alone like Vala when he really does need the attention. Like a Butcher or a Thrall. Or an Illidan. Like, I mean... It's not an ideal comp, perhaps, but if I pick Tychus, I wouldn't mind having the Abathur Tassadar thing going on. I love Tychus. I think Tychus is a fantastic hero that is just a little over-nerfed, and they didn't know what to do to get us out of that Odin problem. And so we ended up with kind of an odd hero after that. And this Li Ming has already used her teleport, if I can grab her. But Skeleton King's doing a great job. Did get some nice damage out on him, though. Alright, against these guys... you know what? Let's check our damage. Lunara's doing a great job. Yeah, we can expect the laser beam out of Lunara, or Li Ming, so... Alright, we got a small presence in the bottom here, so let's reinforce it. I'll go ahead and start getting these guys. Going to use that jump? No? Okay, there it is. Oh, if only I could have gotten Monk in that little moment there where he maneuvered poorly. Oh! Oh dear. Nice job. I like that. All right, that's pretty good. Another one ready to roll. They need one seed. I doubt we'll stop one seed, but we know where they want to go. Rhaegar and Murky. Okay, cool. They're taking the safe path. There they are. Let's be brave for our team. Hey, our little wiggle paid off. And we got a Li Ming. Oh, where are you? Someone finish off that there. There we go. Nice job. They're still going. They're still going. Let's see if we can. And Murky's coming around the back for the kill. All right, let's watch out for old Skelly Pants. There we go. We broke it. Alright, I'm gonna go heal up. We have a terror incoming. I'm a great target to berate the terror.
Well done. Admit it. You enjoyed that.
Alright. Fire waves, perhaps? Yeah. Yeah, let's just keep a good thing going. Why are people leaving the potted plants there today? You put them over it. I don't have much to add to that. I'm sorry, Murky. All right, we need to start taking advantage of Devil's Due. Trading our lives for the lives of others.
This world will burn.
Look at Lunara. They read the paperwork.
This world will burn.
There's Zeratul. Oh. Okay. Sure. Alright, why not?
Your terror.
And Lunara got out. Let's make sure Rhaegar gets out, but he's gonna look like he's okay. He's got a little bit. Want to break that line. These are all just poor targets to do anything against, but all right, there we go. And a little bit more. We'll just stay engaged. Devil's Due and whatnot. All right, I walked into that one, but I'm back. And Skeleton King has to watch. Okay, got some sight on 3 of them.
30 seconds.
The rest of my team's down here too. Oh, I went down fast! And with the cleanup, Lunara. There we go, alright. My death was well treated.
Slaughter them all! Take back my seeds!
Did you get burned, Genesis? Did you really like Li Ming before, and then all those nerfs came in and just knocked her out? It's a different playstyle for sure. I think us in the Calamity camp are a little more happy with Li Ming, but I mean, I'm not diving for her today. By any means. I think she's okay. In this game, well, we're certainly not taking many auto attacks. Most of the auto attacks are coming off of tanks. So I guess we still Ravage? Yeah, it's all just spell damage. I'm going to position myself so I intercept first. Alright, we got a terror growing. Doesn't seem like it's been my responsibility.
It's time to harvest.
The damage output is just unreal. But come on, Li Ming. And I'm back for what it's worth. And who's gonna ride it? Looks like Murky's going for it.
Our ally needs help.
Rhaegar's coming around the back too. Now it looks like he's not gonna engage here. But they went.
Harvest your enemies' corpses.
Alright, we got a Zeratul coming in on us. There he is. Oh, this is a little interesting. And finish off the Zeratul with me. What we got here, though? Alright, she's got one more teleport in her. It's getting a little hairy for old Rhaegar here. But there we go, he's gonna get the cleanup. And he's way too low to make this engage happen, so let's go ahead and disengage. Oh, nope, there's Sonya, there's Sonya. There we go. Alright, yeah, let's stop chasing. And let's get on that biz. Where's Rhaegar at the moment? He's up top. I would like Lunara to switch places with me. Oh, dear me. It's definitely that 7-side strike that's keeping me down. Alright, I'm gonna full on back. But we do have a 2-level lead. We can watch this to see if we want to dismount and contribute in Apocalypse. If we see Li Ming do her business. Alright, there it is. We're still walking. We're going to be a little later because of it, but I think that was a stun worth making. Lennar wants to keep on pursuing. Rhaegar wants to get seeds. Both are good ideas. I can stay towards the top here.
There we go. It's over for now.
All right.
But don't get
Back in the sunlight.
The
Oh, they want to get that camp.
infested will return again.
I feel like I've tanked so many games, it's kind of turning to mush in my head. Ooh, she's deep. See if we can't get Rhaegar out. Skeleton King went down for the umpteenth time this game. Alright, Lunara wants to push, so we push. Two levels up at the moment. Skeleton King coming back pretty darn soon. These guys, let's take that Lord of Terror, since there are 2 tanks for us to enjoy. Oh, I dove right into that. Alright, we'll Apocalypse right out of it. Huh. Who's entombing who? What's going on up there? Some sort of chaos. Alright, I'm out. I'm real low. And we'll just hearth out right here. No Zeratul, good. Super low team there.
We should bring this hero down.
That's just a murky. Is Lunara still having trouble getting out? Nah, she's okay. Yep, I agree. And they're kind of locked in their base with the double catapults we have to provide at the moment. So I'm pretty pleased with our position in the map right now. Very pleased. 2 levels up at the moment. Yeah, things are looking good. How many times has Skeleton King died? 9. No? 6. 3 across the map. We 20 invade. I think that's a good choice. We need to finish this up, and now we can invade like Lunara wants.
Shall rise again.
The fight's starting to break out here in the middle. There's Li Ming. Alright, she teleported out. Aha! It was dodged. Oh, there is a Zeratul. Nope, she's gonna get out.
What a joyous night.
So we're gonna, what's the plan here? They want to get back. Rhaegar wants to invest. Alright, there's, oh, that's a great one. Nice call by Lunara jumping inside as well. Let's go ahead and get Muradin off her. Oop. trying to manage Muradin. Alright, that should be it. Nice. Yep, that's 2 dead, and we win. Li Ming could still get some craziness done on the map, but I think we're going to be A-okay. Alright, what are my other teammates getting up to down here? There's a Skeleton King going pretty darn deep. Ooh. Oh, I stopped moving for some reason. My misclick. I guess I'll just spend it hearthing out. I'd love to make the picture. GG, guys.
Well done, my servants.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Oof. It's tough. It's tough tanking 3 games. Not in a row. There was a Nazebo little fart off in there. But you kind of lose track of everything you're trying to keep track of. I think we did a good job keeping Muradin off. But that's kind of a little bit of a hangover, isn't it? Because Muradin no longer does the mini stun, so was he really going to accomplish that much against Lunar in the first place? I don't know. She was our top damage. She was our shot caller, so I ended up protecting her throughout that. In fact, wow, really good damage off of her. But interesting to note. So we need to watch out for those big marathons of Diablo tanking.